got that? One scene.
Actually, it's going to be super easy. Barely inconvenience.
Hey bitches, welcome to another exciting episode of the Dude Bro Cam. What's up? I'm 130, your co-host. My name is Broster Monster. Up top of me is the Ryster, and up here is the 11th Street Kiddo. Fuck, I fucked that up. I was gonna say the kid, the 11th Street Kid, but then, yeah. So yeah, epic fail.
Deuterino.
Yeah, I like these. That way you can just do bloopers. That's what I like about this. You know, I like when I mess up. It's funny. But
yeah.
So up here for what we have is 3D movie cinema. This up here, this guy right here with the full circle shirt is the Ryster, Ryan Cam over here, and up here is Matt Wyatt, the guy who will be providing with all the pictures today. Yours kindly, and the epic thumbnail that you're watching right now. That is all him right here, so give him some love. And also Ryan, he provides a great commentary, on this episode. This right here, by the way, is Ryan's favorite batch of episodes this season. So, Ryan, before we get started, how are you doing today?
Doing good. And yeah, this show has really grown on me. Like, I didn't expect much from it. You told me it was good, and I was like, okay, I'll see about that, because that's what I do with everything. And near the finale, I'm like, wow, if this finale is as good as this show has been, like, this is just going to be like some of my favorite TV show stuff of all time.
Gonna make you buy it, huh?
Maybe.
You gotta wait season 2. Season 2 is a dud, then you're like, shit.
Yeah, well, there's always that.
All right, next up is Matt Wyatt, a guy who literally is he puts the kid in 11th Street Kids.
Yeah, I'm so excited to be talking about these 3 episodes. I will say that the 7th one is the best one, in my opinion. And yeah, like every episode, I've been saying this before, they're all banger. All 8 episodes were incredible. And I can't wait to get into that watch party. And then I'm really excited for this first episode of season 2. It's just crazy how much time has flown by. I mean, you can't bet against James Gunn, because James Gunn is a fucking banger storyteller when it comes to comic book stories.
I mean, this dude literally is such a creative talent. This dude literally made a show called PG Porn, and is literally considered a great show, one of the best shows out there. So I'm like, what? Yeah, and apparently he won awards for that show, not adult awards, like actual TV awards. And I'm like, wow. So I'm just saying, this guy, you can't bet against him. When this guy greenlights an idea, even if it sounds ridiculous like that on paper, the odds are let him cook, okay, before you dissuade his ideas, okay?
I mean, everyone's going to try to doubt him no matter what project they do. I mean, they always had a beef with him when he took over DC and he made Superman, and and even now when it's out on VOD right now, a lot of these trolls online are constantly nitpicking every little goddamn thing, which is irritating.
Mostly people with no lives, but that's another story for another time.
All right,
that's true.
So going into season 1, episode 2, Matt, take us out.
Well, it's episode 5. Correction.
Episode 5. Matt, take us out.
The title of the episode is called Monkey Dory, and it's directed by Rosemary Rodriguez, and it's written by James Gunn. And the episode aired on January 27th, 2022. Myrn briefs the team about butterflies, who has taken over celebrities, industry leaders, and politicians, shutting down official operations against butterflies, necessitating the secret nature of the team. Butterflies enter humans, take over their brains, enhancing body strength, but only feed on a particular amber liquid. Myrn has the rest of the team raid Glantai's factory, where they find the butterflies' food being mass processed. Chris's X-ray vision helmet reveals the factory employees as butterflies, whom the team kills. They are attacked by Charlie, a butterfly-controlled gorilla, whom Economos kills with a chainsaw, winning Chris's respect. The team bond over their success. Yeah, this is more of like an action-driven episode. I mean, was so damn good at the way that they're infiltrating the factory for the butterflies. And this is where Peacemaker is at his finest again. After being a little bit rusty and a little bit more vulnerable, this is where he's actually at his prime again, especially when he had no question. He did not hesitate, didn't think twice when he shot the first butterfly, because he wouldn't have shot them unless he was actually sure. And that's why he uses that X-ray vision helmet, which I thought that was a pretty dope custom helmet that they were using X-ray vision helmet. And I love one of the funniest moments in the episode when he was naming off a bunch of random celebrities to frame because he's fucking blaming Economos for putting his dad in.
Why'd you turn him over, you fat fuck?
I couldn't think of anybody. What about Ariana Grande or Drake?
Or the Riverdale?
The Body Hunter.
Michael Cosby, he just got out. He's got time on his.
Voltron, the robot, the little dog robot from Voltron.
In case I have to fucking okay, the next time I have to fucking frame someone, I will pick someone the names that you fucking mentioned thousands of them.
The funny thing is how this conversation all starts is because they're looking at a diagram of a butterfly going up somebody's ass. And
yeah, because that's what he's like. Yeah, you're going up to someone's poop.
They said, "What?" He says, "Go to somebody's butt." He goes, "No, that's just a creative diagram." And he looks over at Economist. He goes, "The butthole is an orifice." And he goes,
"There is logic in what."
And he was like big, and he was like Vigilante was like bigotry.
You have to crawl through poop. That is disgusting. It's like
that is disgusting. And also, Peacemaker is like, even Superman's got a poop fetish. It's like, where did you get this nonsense? Google. You know more than Google. Congratulations.
It turns out we all know it was just Lex Luthor's bot monkeys.
Yeah. Hashtag super shit.
And Peacemaker read that and was like,
which it made sense now when you watch Superman, because at the time that this was supposed to be a DCEU, now harkening back to this one, now we've seen Superman, it makes more sense because Peacemaker would literally buy into anything that he reads online. Literally, he'll buy into any rumors. Yeah. Especially with Aquaman fucking a fish, which we don't even know if that's even canon to consider that's canon.
If you told Peacemaker wrestling was real, he would probably believe it.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially for an actor who is a wrestler.
I'm surprised.
Ironic. Fucking ironic. I love when Mern is like, "Hey, does anyone want to come back tomorrow?" And fucking Vigilante's like, "Do we have cable? Because I can't stay here all night." It was a rhetorical question, and Economos is like, "Fargo's on to tomorrow night, you fucking nerd."
I mean, what's wrong with watching Fargo? Fargo's a great movie. I haven't seen the show, but I've heard it's really good.
I've only saw parts of the movie, but I haven't watched the rest of it. But I've been wanting to watch the rest of that Fargo movie. I still got to finish the first. I still have not finished the first season of Fargo. It's so good that for some reason I always fall off of it.
I've seen the first 3 seasons. They're really good. The only thing is, I did not when they did the whole Chris Rock stuff where they're in the 40s and they're 1940s and they're gangsters. I'm like, that's where they lost me. I didn't watch the next 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So I'm lost. So I'm not on track. But the first 3 are really good. The first 3 seasons, especially the first season. The first season is so good. Second season's pretty good. The third season's all right. But like the 4th season is like,
I like the part in this episode when Economist was putting out that fucking shitty presentation and he's just comparing to how the monkey and the butterfly and their own strength, and fucking Vigilante just chimes into his 2 cents. Like, I thought they were just going on an event. I thought they were best buddies. I thought they were going on an adventure together.
No. And then you could tell Mern's just getting annoyed by this whole conversation.
Mern is fucking great. He's like, "Peacemaker, shut the fuck up."
He's like the straight guy to these people. Like, he's literally like, in comedy, there's like the straight man, there's the comedic relief. He's the straight man in the situation. He's just like,
and fucking Peacemaker just writes down in his note what he was prepared to write down in his notebook that just to talk smack to Economist, saying, "Eat shit, eat a dick, die beer."
That was funny. I love that part.
That was a great subtlety.
What did you guys think whenever they went into the factory and just started shooting up the damn place?
That was fun. I liked that.
Like, he walked in there and he just went, she goes, "Oh my god!" Like I had to buy it.
Yeah. I was just freaking out. But also the funny part is that she shoots the dead body after Peacemaker kills him. Like, dude, you don't have to shoot him after I already killed him. And just for the moment when she heard that, and then she still tries to, and then she stops for a moment. It's like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, well, yeah.
But also, Vigilante tried desperately trying to get a chainsaw in that fucking factory. He wants to kill people with a chainsaw so badly.
Speaking of that chainsaw, we might as well touch on this one. Vigilante kills a gorilla with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
God,
No, it wasn't.
James.
No, it was Economos. It was Economos who killed him with a
kills it
chainsaw.
with a chainsaw.
Well, regardless, God bless you, James Gunn, for having the gumption to come up with that. Because as soon as I saw that chainsaw, I'm like, oh,
But I love the part where he had a moment that he earned respect for Chris, and this is where the whole group solidified the friendship of the 11th Street Kids, which was based on the song that was one of the Peacemaker's all-time favorite. From that moment, he was starting to warm up to Economos because he's always giving him a hard time and calling him Diebeer constantly, and then he had more reason to want to give him a hard time after he framed his father to put him in prison. But like Adebayo has been trying hard to. He's like, dude, do not talk to him like that. He hates being called Diebeard. He's like, hey, I call everyone. And the one fucking scene with him and Vigilante talking about his brother is a Prince Charming and they name after his dick or something. Talking about the naming of their dicks. I thought that was so fucking hilarious.
He's like, yo, he's mushroom. He
tells it to the Vigilante. He's like, and then he just pulls the hand gesture, like, probably a small penis. He's like, I didn't hit puberty until I was in my mid-20s. That's so fucking hilarious. Making it like this is so funny how he was making the dick jokes.
Yeah. Also, yeah. Okay. This also made me laugh. Okay. Oh yeah. Which Peacemaker gives Leota a drink, a shit drink. You know, remember?
Fetus, the shit drink.
Oh
my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
And she goes and sees the
eagle in the back.
Like, oh my gosh, she
gives her a fucking literally a fetus, a shit drink.
I was like, why would you give her that?
That was so funny.
Okay, was so funny.
Yeah. I'm gonna read the second and the last paragraph, and we're gonna get into this whole Augie thing. Augie has a song in Fitzgibbons rechecked his fingerprints, exonerating him. Evan tells the song in Fitzgibbon that Chris is the real culprit. Myrn arranges for his associate Casper Locke to become the new Evergreen police captain. Locke overrides Song, proclaiming Augie guilty, keep him jailed. Song asks her uncle, Judge William Judy. Yeah, no, not fucking Judge Judy. That was so funny. To help issue a search warrant regarding Chris. Chris invites Adebayo to drink at his home. She plants a fake diary there to frame him per Waller's orders. Adebayo discovers with Chris's X-ray helmet that Myrn is a butterfly, and he realizes this is a chase. He realizes it and chases her down. So yeah, that plot twist by the end of the episode where she puts on the helmet just to try out the X-ray helmet, and she sees Myrn, catches him in the act that he is a butterfly. And I love that when murderers react, like it was like he was doing that his thing, like he was doing that vampire reaction, chases her down, and you're always wondering what the hell is going to happen. Is he going to kill her now that he caught her, that she caught him in the act? And it leaves you on a big cliffhanger.
And it turns out, nope, he's a good guy.
Yeah,
but I love the. What did you think of the Augie scene in the prison when he was making some racist insults to Detective Song? He's like Lucy Liu. He's just like, ooh, Lucy Liu. Well, yeah, just because I'm Asian. What are you fucking? Are you Jimmy fucking Fallon?
I love the part where Augie gives like the stereotypical like Asian dialect, and she gives it right back. Does that translates to a donkey shat on my head?
Well, that was in the next. That's actually in the next episode that he gives the big comeback. That was in the next episode. We'll cover that.
You're
but
right.
that was funny. But it's like she was constantly given a big roast of stereotypical white male celebrities. Guy Fieri. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
She was so prepared to give the big comeback because she fucked up the last time, and now she's just going guns blazing at him, and he can't come up with any insults.
Which I will say this though, also I do like that Peacemaker and Leota were having a heart to heart because she's like, you know what, he's not a racist piece of shit like his dad. He actually is he's a nice guy. And then her finding out Myrn is a butterfly. At first I was like, when I first saw that originally before I saw the next episode, I was like, really? That's so generic. And I'm like, but then the next episode is like, oh, he's a good guy. He's not like, because at first I was like, I hope he's not like a, like, oh, because it's like he's a bad guy. Because I feel like it'd ruin the whole dynamic.
I think that was the whole idea to keep us in the suspense. If you were watching this week to week and you would keep guessing what the hell is going to happen when they left us on a cliffhanger like that, like there has to be more to the story and why he's chasing after her now. Is he going to kill her? Is he not? Is he actually friendly? Because it feels like he's helping out the team to take down the butterflies. It seems like he really wants this, and so why would he want to kill them and just like betray them like that? It just wouldn't add up.
I do have some negatives to this episode. Like the penis conversation, I thought was dumb though.
I thought it was fucking hilarious. I disagree with that. That was pretty funny. That they made the dick jokes.
It feels like it was banter for banter's sake. Like I feel like I've never heard someone say, you know what, we should talk. I said we should have a conversation about our dicks. I've never once had a conversation with a dude. You know what? Is yours crooked? No, I would not have a conversation.
Yeah, that's just weird. Like as soon as it was happening, I'm like, okay, this is like the bridge too far. Like this is too gun. Like this is the gun that's like stops here.
I don't know. I just don't like. I've never had that conversation. Which I mean, I understand is to show you that Peacemaker is, Peacemaker's not right.
Yeah, because he was kind of technically a bully in school. He was like the biggest asshole. Yeah. So of course, it's like guy thing. It's more like a guy thing that they make fun of, like nerds and shit. That's also, like his shtick.
This one really is a negative. Like Peacemaker should have gave Leota a warning before shooting a butterfly right by her ear. Like that bullet missed her by that much. If he would have literally aimed it, if he would have missed the shot, she would have got a bullet to her head. Because literally, he takes the shotgun.
Well, he did a confirmed kill. Well, he actually did a confirmed kill when he shot her in the face when that butterfly was coming out of her face. So I don't really see that as a negative.
Because I mean, you should say, "Hey, look."
I feel like that's just like a nitpick thing.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Even though you're a marksman, I would like warning if somebody's gonna shoot a gun by my face, because it's like.
First of all, he never you're talking about Peacemaker. He shoots first, ask questions later. He doesn't fucking think twice about it. He doesn't give a warning. That's okay. You're speaking to the wrong guy.
I'll give you that one, okay. All right.
It's fucking Peacemaker, dude.
Also, Peacemaker just decides to throw a missile at a butterfly. But we're hardcore and vigilante are. Okay?
He attached the missile with a grenade because he thought, like, hey, kill a couple of people. He thought, like, hey, use a fucking missile attached to it to kill multiple butterfly, the whole group.
He's lucky they didn't kill a strong vigilante and hardcore, because that's a fucking missile.
I know, but he doesn't think twice. He's so impulsive.
He's like, he didn't kill himself too. Because imagine if it would have been reality. Oh my god, they would have all been dead. They're like, well,
they probably would have been dead.
He puts a missile. I'm like, is that like I was watching one? Is that a fucking missile? I'm like, don't do that. That's a stupid idea. I was just like wondering what Ryan would think. I'm like, Ryan would probably be like, do not do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Exactly.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? That is so stupid.
Yep, you got me.
You were dead now. I was like, because it's like I thought it reminded me of the scene. You ever seen Joe Dirt?
Yeah.
Remember when he's got that? They're shooting fireworks and they get that poop thing, but they think
they thought it was a fucking nuke. They thought it was a fucking nuke missile, and it technically was a full of shit fucking tank in the missile. There was a shitter.
It reminded me.
I got poopy on me.
I just thought that just reminded me of that. I'm like, but it was still a great gag, because it's like there's like
It's all about suspension of belief. It's not a reality thing. It's a suspension.
I mean, to be fair, this is now in a world where Superman exists. So.
Yeah, this is a comic booky world. Like, this is not a real world scenario.
I know. I just like
if this was like the fucking Zack Snyder's or Nolan, then it wouldn't be a different conversation.
Also, the Agent song has a uncle named Judge Judy.
The uncle's named. Even the fucking Fitzgibbon's just like, Judge Judy, really?
Also, planting I don't understand, why would you plant a journal in Peacemaker's camper? Because what if he would have never found it? Like, you're anticipating.
Oh no, he's not. No, he was not meant to find the fake diary. It's meant to be to frame him, to have the police like raid his place in his trailer, and they'll find the diary and throw him under the bus. Because that was the whole point of Adebayo's orders from her mother, that once we get through the mission, you can plant the diary. And then we have the cops and do an anonymous tip that didn't raid his place, and they will search it and they'll find the diary. It was not meant for him to find it.
Yeah, because in the next couple episodes, Murn did say, if you were going to plant, you should at least wait until after the mission was complete before you put it.
She did it before that, but she needed an opportunity because she was in his place, in his trailer.
Yeah, I know. Okay, all right, yeah, okay, I get it. All right, that's all my next. Yeah, before we get to the next episode, is there any final thoughts, Ryan?
No, not on my end. I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10.
What about you, Matt?
It's definitely a 9 out of
Okay.
10. It's so good. It's a fun episode. It's a great bonding episode with the whole group where actually the 11th Street Kids were born.
All right, so you gave it a 9, Matt.
Yes.
Okay, and we are simpatico. I'm gonna give it a 9 as well. All right, on to the next episode. We're on. He says, "Read the title card, Matt."
So the 6th episode is the title called Myrn After Reading. It's written and directed by James Gunn. And the title of the episode aired on February 3rd, 2022. Hardcore tells Adebayo that she and Economos know Myrn's butterfly identity, but refuse to tell Waller, distrusting her. Myrn tells Adebayo that the butterflies came from a dying planet and are trying to conquer Earth, led by Goff's butterfly, with Myrn being the descender. Song obtains an arrest warrant for Chris and releases Augie from prison. Myrn forwards Locke's warning into Chris and Chase. The Evergreen police will immediately raid Chris's home. Chris and Chase sneak away, but Song follows. Chase accidentally breaks the jar containing Goff's butterfly. It enters Song and takes over her brain. Dude, this was heartbreaking a little bit because I actually love the character Song. I think she was a great character.
Yeah.
And to see her go out like that and taking over, because once the butterfly takes over a human host, the human host dies and the butterflies take over as their own new host. And I think that was a really heartbreaking because I really love that character. And I love the part in the scene when you brought this up, Ryan, that she gets a big comeback to fucking Augie when he fucks up when he tries to get that racist insult to her. It's like your Google translation sob. It seems to me you said my haircut looks like donkey took a shit on my head.
I'll touch on it when we get to the last episode, but if I have not made it clear, Augie is an awful human being. Like, Robert Patrick does a great job playing him, but it's like, I do not like this person. Again, that's the idea. I get it.
He's a racist piece of shit. That's supposed to.
Yeah.
If you like him, then that's a problem.
But if you like him, like if he's a great hated character on that show, and Robert Patrick really sells the character.
He does the job a little bit too well because every time he's on screen, I'm like, get him out of here, please. Get him out of here.
Or if you're Elon Musk, you might say, let's make a show all about him. You know, he's a misunderstood guy.
Certain corners of the internet, yes.
But yeah, keep going, Matt.
Locke acquires the planted fake diary and kills 3 officers, helping Chris, Chase, and Eagly escape. Chris tells the team that Goff's butterfly is alive, controlling Song. Economos traces the butterfly's activities to Coverdale Ranch, suspecting that an alien cow is mass-producing the butterfly's food there. Butterfly Song arranges for the butterflies to take over all over Evergreen prisoners and police officers, including Fitzgibbon and Locke. Using the fake diary, Butterfly Locke publicly incriminates Chris as the killer of the Strumposing. What fuck? I can't even pronounce that woman's name that was in the first episode. So I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. The Glantai employees, Senator Goff and his family. Augie reunites with his Aryan Empire followers, wears his white dragon costume, and vows to kill Chris. So this is when Augie is now out of prison, and now he's willing to out for blood for his own son, and becomes the white dragon again. That was so fucking insane.
I like
especially when you had the butterflies. They're all taking over in the fucking police station. That was coming out of a horror movie. This was like the next version of Slither.
Literally, I was like that in a song. The song too was so good.
Yeah, that was supposed to be. Yeah, you said that this was like your favorite song on this.
I love
episode.
that song and the whole soundtrack. That's my favorite. What did you think about the scene, Ryan?
That montage was epic. Like the dual wielding of like the butterflies taking over and then Augie and his group like assembling up. It was just that was the nightmare scenario coming into full effect right there, and just it was beautifully done.
I did love the beginning of the episode when Murray is explaining and coming clean to the whole team, especially with Adebayo, of what his purpose is, that he wants to live a life, but Goff wants the opposite. He wants to conquer the whole planet. And I love that Murn's performance. I love the actor's performance where he realized that he took this body, his free will, away from him, even though that he was a murderer. But there was a slight chance that he could have been redeemed. But I didn't give him the chance to have that choice. I took that choice away from him, and I thought that scene was so emotional and moving and powerful.
I live in his head, which I saw watching the new rock stars talk about this, episodes 1 through 8 today. And they said this is like Secret Invasion, but they did this better than Marvel did Secret Invasion.
I completely agree with you. And you know what? If they have done a Secret Invasion, they should have done a movie with the Avengers Secret Invasion as a movie, and not just some cheap
James
Disney.
Gunn was like, "Hold my beer, I can do it."
This was like, but to be fair, this was prior to Secret Invasion for Marvel for Disney Plus show. They just did a crappier job of it.
Well, that's because James Gunn is able, like James Gunn, even though this is like discount Secret Invasion, but they did it better than the actual Secret Invasion.
Also, because because he did the screenplay for all 8 episodes, and this is like he knows what he was doing. Especially when you're having this show that was airing on HBO or HBO Max, whatever you want to call it, they have better chance of putting out great content. Because with Disney Plus, when they try to, they're just mid shows. They're not all of them were stuck the landing.
I don't want to get too deep into the weeds on my feelings for those shows, but let's just say a lot of my love for the MCU died when those shows aired. But again, I don't want to get too on about that.
I do like that Harcourt knows he's an alien, and then they're like, also John knows too, but he always covers his ears.
He covers his ears like la 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 la, so that Waller doesn't get any information out of him. But that was crazy with that new captain that Murn hired to be the fake captain.
I thought he was a butterfly.
Yeah, we all thought he was a butterfly. I literally believe that he was
so weird.
He was acting very weird and odd, especially when he was saying, "You don't know who you're fucking with," and he walks in the direction. He forgot that he was to take the direction into his fucking office. He's like,
I have a theory that maybe he is a butterfly, but then an eviler butterfly.
But then it confirmed by the end he was not a butterfly. He was just a fucking psychopath. He was a sociopath, like literally the definition of a sociopath. Especially when he was helping out Chris, Eagly, and Adrian to escape from the cops, and he just guns them fucking down when they're wounded.
He gives them the fucking description of the hamburger.
And he tries to make the face in the fucking post credit scenes like. Makes the fucking facial expression just to match.
Ryan, what do you think about when he's giving the description of the hamburger from McDonald's? What do you think about that?
That took me out. That was great.
Were you like, were you even thinking at first when he's like, it's a guy with orange hair and a striped shirt? And were you like,
I didn't catch it. I didn't catch it until you pointed it out to me. I'm like, oh yeah, that is that.
When he said that, whenever he said that, started describing it when I was first originally watching it back in 2022, I was like, is he describing the Hamburglar? He said, because when he said, Mama, I'm like, he is describing the Hamburglar. I'm like, and so you're telling these cops that the Hamburger shot up and gunned them down and ran away. And that's what I laugh so hard every time whenever Locke is like walking, after she tells them that. And then the 2 cops walk away, and like with the butterflies, one, and he goes, and one cop says to the butterfly cop, he goes, "Okay, I'm pretty sure he's just talking about the fucking hamburger." And then she goes, "The McDonald's mascot? No, it wasn't him." Like the fucking hamburglar from McDonald's. I'm like, well, he gives the description of a fictional character.
To a fucking Ronald McDonald.
Character. I just think that's the craziest. It's like,
I love the part where Eagly gets a chance to shine to take out those cops, not without killing them. And even Augie was throwing a knife, and at first I thought, did he just kill a couple of cops? No, he acknowledges that he paralyzed them when he was using throwing knives at them.
Also, what did you think about this? Okay, Peacemaker in the classroom.
Oh fuck! I forgot to mention the classroom scene. That was my favorite moment and favorite scene in this episode.
The kid looks
It
like the
was
Mad Magazine
weird.
kid.
It was weird at first, but it kind of grew on me.
It almost felt like I don't know who directed. I don't know who was the
James
one
Gunn
who they
directed this
directed.
episode.
I don't know like who directed yeah, it was directed by James Gunn. I forget he did direct it. It almost felt like it was giving us a little bit of the tone of this the show called Elementary. Remember that show Elementary? The whole style, the way that they filmed, the way he filmed it.
Brothers show, yeah.
If this was an R-rated Elementary episode, it definitely felt like this. The kids were so brutal, especially this one kid. He's like, why is your name so unoriginal? I could see right through it. You're a loser. I was like, oh damn. One of them just roasts this Peacemaker. And even this one kid mentioning about Kite Man, when he just fell on impact anyway, because he was flight so low, and Peacemaker was like, no. The Kite Man, because I don't know if you know who the Kite Man is. Yeah, the Kite Man was the character from the Harley Quinn show, which he was one of my favorite characters on that show. And it was so funny that they were able to acknowledge his character in the show. And he'd take them down. Like, dude, wouldn't he build a crash anyway? Especially he was flying a kite.
What did you think?
But one thing I want to mention before I forget about this, for the elementary scene in the classroom, when the one girl was asking about like what was your origin story, and he just paused for a moment, and you see the flashback of his brother's death, and he did not want to open up and talk about it. And the one funny thing that made me laugh the hardest was when that one girl was like, hey, you know Becky, the bartender from Star Labs? Oh yeah, I know Becky Coolidge. I think you might be my real dad. I was like, damn. Oh, that made me fucking die. Like I would not be surprised if that girl was his daughter, his biological daughter, because you don't know how many people he has fucked, and probably got them knocked up, and probably has a legitimate child that he doesn't have no knowledge of.
I also feel like he's sitting there describing
Maury situation going on.
Yeah.
You are not the father. You got to add that clip in the Maury episode.
I also like the fact that he's talking about Wonder Woman. Yeah, she was eye fucking me across the room, and he's like, "Dude, what the hell?" And the janitor's, what the hell?
I love, that was great. Dude, I said effing.
Eye effing me across. And I was like, "What?" Which I thought that was great, and also like he's just giving out descriptions to kids, like, "Oh, kid who looks like you'll be my future IT guy." Just
he's like Urkel or gender swap. Oh, so great. He just comes up with random nicknames of these students in the classroom.
Yeah. Also,
I loved it.
Also, this is a negative. I thought it was just funny. That's all. Peacemaker shows up to a high school, pretend to be the janitor from the high school's kids' uncle. Like, what if he would have been caught in there? What if he had been caught there? Because I'm like, they see Peacemaker, like, isn't he a wanted criminal? Why is
he's not. No, actually, he not a wanted criminal yet. Not at the moment. Not like this. This is like prior to him getting incriminated. But
he's supposed to be in prison.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to say. Because
remember the cops when they went to the door said Christopher Smith with the Peacemaker, he's in jail. They said, we would know, we'd be alerted if he was out of prison, and so that's and which but then
but also it's the janitor, dude. He worked at the janitor when he was when he was hospitalized and our secret.
That's true. Also, Peacemaker dad has priors. He gets it. He said first he wants to get his shower, then get his cock sucked, then kill his son. Those are his priorities.
Did you notice that the driver, the actor, he played Otis in Superman and Lois in season 3 and 4? He was Otis. Really? Yep. If you watch Superman and Lois, he did play Lex's like goon in the prison inmate, and then he played Otis in season 3 and 4.
I was about to say this ain't the Otis from Superman, because I'm like, that dude would not let him be.
No, I'm talking about the Otis from Superman and Lois.
I'm about to say Superman.
Well, we had different type of Otis. We had the new Otis in the DCU Superman.
That's like, I'm about to say, his dad's a white supremacist. I doubt he would let a black dude join his white supremacy gang, unless it's Kanye.
Yeah. Or that one character Dave Chappelle played.
I was literally gonna fucking bring that up. Like, yeah, he probably would have played the version of Dave Chappelle who he's black and he thinks he's white, but he's blind.
Also, what do you think about the transition scenes from when the butterflies are attacking? The Peacemaker's dad gets out of bed and then puts on a suit, and then all the guys get on knees and they give him a Nazi salute. as he's putting on the
Yeah,
outfit. Like,
that's
I thought
fucking
that was a
insane.
great transitional scene. Like,
It is a great transition,
Yeah.
even though he's a fucking piece of shit. And like
But-
this is giving him more
Yeah.
reason to want to get back into being White Dragon, because he was retired at that time before he got arrested, got framed.
also, Mern, when they're talking about the leader, Mern's leader, and he says, "Why is she the leader? Because she has a vagina." And
Because she has a vagina. It's like, what is her name? Well, we don't really name our private parts. I thought that was funny.
because I mean that's a kind of a callback to
That was kind of like the harkening back to the dick joke that
Oh.
Peacemaker made.
I'll let
They
it
give
go for
names
that
to
one
the
since
dick.
that joke. Maybe
That's why it works so well.
Also, which Vigilante falling and the butterfly going into some. I like the whole sequence. The only thing is that butterfly would have been crushed in real life. That butterfly would be dead because Vigilante just fell.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, he fell on his ass. Like it wasn't like he fell like straight.
Yeah, he would have been crushed. Like he would have been squashed.
But
Goth.
I mean, we need. But we still got a.
But what about the scene where they were trying to communicate with Goth in the jar?
Yeah, he starts
And he was
naming
like,
off
top one.
randomly, Weekend at Bernie's. He says, "Porky's 1, Porky's 2," and you're like, "Stop fucking naming off movie." Every time,
Stop naming up for the movie. It's a yes or no question.
And he's like, "Why? Why do we have to ask an answer?" Because you can't fucking speak.
One, listen, and two, don't be a fucking idiot.
And then I swat.
And he just gives a scream like, ah! Screams. That was great. That scene was fucking
And
hilarious.
then Vigilante, they call Vigilante, and he goes, "This is not Vigilante. I don't know who that guy is. What is it?"
He's like, you still are trying to fake your identity on the phone call when
They
you
know
it's
who
her.
you are. Literally,
They fucking
you
know
up
your
in jail.
identity, you
They
idiot.
put you up in jail and released you. They know who the you are.
It's like, that ship has sailed. Are you still trying to hide your identity from your group? They know who you are.
Also, Vigilante destroying Peacemaker phone, thinking it's compromised. He says they can track us.
Yeah, he did it out of fucking impulse. He's like they track phone, dude. It's a secure line. They can't track it.
But then you have to keep his phone, which is he can trace.
It's like, give me your phone. You smash mine. I don't give a fuck.
I do also like that scene of the butterflies coming to Earth in the ships. I thought that was really cool.
Oh yeah, that was a crazy transition shot of the ships coming down and taking over the whole fucking town.
When I saw the promo for next week's episode, you see that shot of them coming to Earth. I thought that was terrible. I was like, this look is gonna be cheesy and campy next week. But then that scene just blew me away. I'm like, no.
I think it's because I think that was just mostly the trailer was an unfinished
it was
shot.
out of context scene.
It's out of context.
I'm like, that right there that's why you need context in a show. Because if you see a show that has no context, and that scene could look terrible to me. And I was like, that scene, if you would have just showed me that scene without even the music or without just showing me that scene without like how they showed it in the trailer, I would have been like, that's terrible. But then the way they show it in the show, that made it so much better. I'm like, this is good. And, I was like completely blown away by that scene, which I will say though, and also the butterflies attacking the prison with that song, which by the way, that song Monster is so good though. The song Monster,
So good.
especially it paraphrases what's happening. She's a monster, yeah. And and then
that's why James Gunn has good taste with soundtrack. He would not just put songs at random for no reason. Most studios, when they try to put soundtracks in superhero movies, they don't fit. It doesn't fit the tone. It doesn't fit the story. But for this one, James Gunn knows what the fuck he's doing when it comes to soundtracks.
And did you see that they're all smiling after all they're like,
yeah, they're all trying to do the smile because they're trying to blend in. Even Song, when he was before they got taken over, when she was talking to Fitzgibbons, she tries to gives that smile, and she's like, "Shit, I have to practice that all over again because it's kind of different from a different host, from a different human or whatever she was saying." I'm just paraphrasing what she was saying.
Smiles like he's in the movie Smile.
It's so creepy, but it's so creepy.
He's like,
he literally did the fucking smile from the movie Smile style.
He's just literally smiling that big. I'm just like,
it's not just taken over by the police. It's taken over by the people working in the office and even the prison, the prisoners as well. Even the white supremacist followers are taken over by the butterflies.
Also, I love that at the end when Peacemaker was playing "Home Sweet Home" on the piano.
Oh yeah, that was one of my favorite. That's probably my favorite scene because it's really the why he's playing "Home Sweet Home" by Motley Crue, because it was the last song he played along with his brother before his death, and he's playing on that song as a reminder of what happened.
Which I mean, apparently James Gunn on the latest episode of the Peacemaker Watch Party or the podcast he
The
does,
podcast.
he
Yeah.
said that the reason why he put that scene in there was because he had a dog that was dying, and so they couldn't get a flight out of Panama City when they were shooting the Suicide Squad. They
Yeah.
couldn't get it out. They couldn't get a flight out, so because he wanted his dog to die in his home, and so they couldn't get us. Yeah, so John Cena to keep his dog company. They set his dog at the bar, and then John Cena played, I guess, a song like on the piano.
Yeah.
And so he just remembered that, and he says, "I want to put that in Peacemaker."
Yeah, that it worked. Like he gets it, he understands it, and I love that. I love that. Him and Hardcore are having a little heart-to-heart moment, and he mentions like why he's making excuses to not kill. He just does not want to kill anymore at this point. But Hardcore's like, we got to do what we got to do, and she's literally warming up to him and starting to really like him more and more, and really trusting him now that she doesn't see him as a piece of shit. And she gave her first name to him, and that was a step up. That she's fully earning that he's fully earning her trust.
Also, yeah. And I think before I give my score, I think honestly, the only thing I had nitpick with on this one is really when they couldn't hear SWAT pulling up. Like everybody's pulling, all the cops are pulling up and everything, and you would hear. You don't think they would look out and go, "Oh shit!" Instead, they're just sitting there playing with the butterfly, and they're just like, "I'm like, I could hear if you're especially." They live in a camper. He lives in a camper. He couldn't.
He lives in a trailer. He lives in a trailer park.
He couldn't literally hear all these like vehicles pulling up, and you're like, "Oh shit!" You know?
Yeah, that's kind of odd. Dude, the blowhorn when his fucking song, Detective Song, just fucking could not speak properly into the song, and Vince Kevin just plays.
Maybe
that was so funny.
Maybe they were driving Teslas. That's why I couldn't hear.
Tesla did not exist yet.
Well, I mean,
but that was a good joke.
They exist. They just didn't have cop cars that are Teslas.
That's true. Yeah.
But yeah, going.
I mean, Tesla. Speaking of Tesla, that fucking model of the vehicle reminded me of the movie Upgrade, which pretty much Elon Musk fucking watched Upgrade and felt like, hey, I'm gonna take that model, hold my beer.
All right, so
that movie is really good. So if you're gonna,
if you have not seen Upgrade, you fucking should watch that. It's amazing.
Agreed. See it.
Criminally underrated.
Just for the action scenes alone, watch it. But Lou Winnell did a fantastic job. Like
he did a great, fantastic. He did something mixture of a horror with action film, but it's also felt more of a cautionary tale, and it almost looked like he made it as an hour and a half Black Mirror episode.
It's like a mix. It's like a mix of Gattaca and Blade Runner. If you like either one of those, you're gonna love that one.
Mm-hmm.
Before we go to scores, anybody got any final thoughts on this episode before we go to scores?
No, I'm gonna go another 9.
Yeah, this episode continues to hit, and great way to set up with the butterfly. Great with the setup with with Augie, who's setting up to try to hunt down in Peacemaker, and yeah, having a little bit of a heart-to-heart moment with Hardcore. The piano scene, brilliant. The school scene in the elementary, in the classroom, amazing. So I'm going to give this thing like a 9.5. I like this episode a lot.
Okay, I'm going to go higher. I'm going to give it a 10.
Okay.
I think this episode's just that good. I mean, I was like so impressed. I love this episode. I thought this is probably the episode that I watched just for that the police. Not only you get the whole cops chasing the Peacemaker scene, you get Peacemaker. You get on top of that, you get Peacemaker playing Home Sweet Home, and then on top of that, you get that monster song, and then on top of that, you get like the transition scenes between like his dad and then the police station. So I think
it literally felt like a Slither. It felt like if you watch Slither, it literally harkens back to what he did, and it's a horror scene in the horror movie.
So
which is basically like the invasion of the Body Snatcher. For the episode 7, the title of the episode is called "Stop Dragging My Heart Around." It's directed by Brad Anderson, written by James Gunn. And the episode aired on February 10th, 2022. Chris remembers accidentally killing his brother when Augie made them fight in front of others while collecting bets. As a wanted man, Chris hurriedly sets out with Eagly, Chase, and Economos to kill the cow, but is tracked down and attacked by the suited Augie and his followers. Augie injures Eagly, but Chase disables Augie's suit, saving Chris, and Economos kills Augie's followers, saving Chase. Chris blames Augie for his brother's death. Augie taunts Chris, who shoots Augie dead. Harcourt confronts Adebayo on her betraying Chris. Adebayo admits it and mentions being Waller's daughter and wanting to leave the team. Butterfly Locke leads the Butterfly officers to invade Murn's apartment, where Butterfly Song shoots Murn's body and kills Murn's butterfly. Dude, that scene to me got me teared up with the death of Murn's character. I was like, you fucking bitch. Like, Goff just fucking straight up just shoots it at the body of the host and then crushes his true vessel. Like, what the fuck? Oh man! And you felt the emotional weight, and you felt the performances with Harcourt's character, that she really like grew attachment to Murn, and given Murn's last words, like, he was so grateful that he chose the team. I loved it. It was such a great scene to me.
There's my favorite moment, not just in this episode, but this entire series. It's kind of a double-pronged thing. Number one is a funny, number two is a very serious one. The funniest moment is when the White Dragon and clan are going after Peacemaker, and I believe it's Vigilante. Vigilante steals one of the clan members' car. He's like, "You left the keys in the car." It reminded me so much. And Collins, you pointed this out, so I'll give credit to you, of Django Unchained, where it's the whole, I can't see fucking shit out of this thing.
I was literally going to mention that. I can't see fucking shit in this.
Like, they're literally just wearing like hoodies. That just like, he's got a badass helmet. At least they're all just wearing like 1930 fucking hoodies. I'm like,
they're wearing shitty fucking hoodies while fucking Augie has a fucking armor suit. They don't get shit. Because he's supposed to be the smart one, while his followers are just a bunch of brute and they're uneducated and idiots that he can easily manipulate.
He has like an Iron Man suit motivated by hatred, and the rest are just like.
Did you know? Yeah, speaking of Iron Man, he's wearing the same color scheme. He's wearing the same color scheme in Avengers Endgame when they were using the quantum suit in Endgame. Well, that's like red and white.
I told Ryan off camera, I said, you know, it reminds me of it. So when he's running through the woods, he looked like a Power Rangers villain.
Like Lord Zed.
That's not far off, and that's not far, but also the raccoon. The raccoon was able to to get them off their trail. That, like, it feels like, oh my god, is Rocket Raccoon part of this universe now? Doing a little crossover.
But then the second half is the whole fight with Peacemaker and White Dragon, where it's like, it's a great fight, and then where it comes down to it, it's like, it's your fault, you killed the brother. It's like that whole thing. They're just, all this emotional baggage is just pouring out, and then it comes time, and then I won't say the word, but Augie basically calls his son either a bundle of sticks or a handful.
He's using gay slurs. He's using the fucking gay slurs at him. He was like a bunch of like bigoted insults to him, and that I do agree that scene with him and Onyx confronting his father was probably my favorite moment of this episode. And the moment he punches Eagly, I was like him. I was in a rage mode. I was ready to beat him half to death. He was ready to fucking murder him. Like, I was like, you do not kill Eagly.
And then when Peacemaker pulls the trigger, like, first of all, like, Augie's like, you don't have the ball. And then sure enough, bang, he does it. Falls to the ground dead.
It's a jaw-dropping moment. Like,
I wasn't a shock. I'm like, he's an assassin. Why would you not if you didn't?
Well, that's different. Well, to be fair, it's different with Peacemaker. He may be an assassin, but that's still his dad, because he's always been trying for years to win his love and his approval, even though he hated his fucking guts. But it was the hardest decision for him to do when he pulls the trigger on him and guns him in the head.
When that happened, when Augie dropped, I started laughing. I was like, "You fucking bitch, you're dead." And then
I mean, I'm glad he's dead. And I was just silent. I was like, oh my god, he actually did it.
I turned into an audience member on the Arsenio Hall show. And then as soon as Peacemaker started crying, I'm like, oh, I feel really bad.
To be fair, like, he knows he's a piece of shit. He knows it, but it's difficult when you're killing your own father.
Yeah.
It's devastating that you had to be the one to put him down. And I love the part where fucking Vigilante was like, it's like, why is he making that facial muscles? And then fucking God was like, he's crying, asshole.
That's
Also-
why that's my favorite moment in this whole show, because
That's probably John
you can
Cena's
go-
best performance right there from that moment.
You can go from riding high to like lower than the center of the earth in a split second, and you would never know it. Marvel only wishes they could do something like that.
Oh, believe me,
But
I'm glad that this fucking character's dead and that piece of shit got what he deserved.
I know.
But from his point of view, it was still his father,
It-
even though he's a worse
it's
person on
like-
the face of the earth.
it's like in Guardians 3 where Rocket kills I can't remember his name. The prime or not the Primerlinian. That's
You
something
mean the
else,
High
but
Evolutionary?
High evolution.
him.
Well, he didn't
That
kill. No,
was
he
the
did not. He did not kill him. He left him alive. He let him live, and he just died on impact
Yeah,
in the
James Gunn.
explosion.
James Gunn said it's in a deleted scene that he's in prison on Nowhere, but they said that James Gunn did delete that scene because he said he wanted to keep it open for interpretation to the audience.
Right.
So he said if you believe he died, he died. If you didn't,
But I
believe
do appreciate with DC now with James Gunn. Like, he's all about raising stakes, and if he kills off a character, he makes sure they stay dead. But if you're gonna resurrect a character, you got to do so well that fits in the story, and not just use it as a plot device every time you want to bring back a dead character in the DC universe.
Peacemaker getting attacked by all those racists, and he's just beating them up and everything, and then eventually Economos just comes out with a machine gun and goes,
Yeah, he's like, I was like, yeah, I was cheering for Economos. I was like, yeah, yeah, let's go, let's go.
He shoots the
I love how he was just trying to sprinkle the fucking shit, the Dorito chips to lure Eagly back into the fucking car. He's just like, what the fuck are you feeding him? Feeding him chips? What the
and then
fuck?
Vigilante's dumbass. He literally put the helmets. He goes, guess what? He says he's tracking it through the helmet, and then they go.
Well, he didn't know. He didn't know it was low jacked.
Yes,
He did not think about it.
He goes, "Where's the helmets?" And he goes, "In the trunk." And he goes,
I mean, it was idiot for him to do, but at the same time, he in his defense, he didn't really know that his helmet was full of tracking device on his helmet. But it was so fun. It was so cool that once that Augie first enters that truck when he just took it down, and then fucking Vigilante just shoots the machine gun at him without thinking twice about it. It's like, no, he's ready to fucking murder Augie for that moment.
Yeah. Also, Judo Master. Okay, so basically, after the murder dies, Judo Master is just like he's like, I come to fun. He says, he just
he doesn't really say anything really.
he fucks up those punks and steals.
Yeah, he fucked up those punks because those two fucking punks were at a convenience store and they run into him while he's like chowing down fucking flaming hot Cheetos. They were just making racist comments of him being a leprechaun and doing I was making racist comments to him, and it was like, oh god. At the moment they walked out of the store, he just beats the shit out of them, and he just makes fun of like that. To me was one of the funniest great moment for Judo Master, and the store clerk just gives him the thumbs up moment.
Also, remember when he says to them, whenever he says to them, he goes, Judo Master, he says, game on, bitches, or whatever he said. He says,
yeah, game on, bitches.
Game on, bitches. And then he just goes like just a hardcore, like, yeah. I'm just like, wow, that was just so.
And you can see Hardcore was fucking smiling as he was punching her to death. Like, she don't give a fuck. She's embracing the pain. She enjoys that shit. And fucking Autobile just fucking tases the shit out of him, knocking him unconscious.
Awesome.
But I also, going back to the parts at the beginning of the episode when Myrn knew that that Autobile was the daughter of Amanda Waller, was like, yeah, I already know. You think I won't check their background check before recruiting them? I'm like, damn, that's how great. Well, I love Myrn in the show. Yeah. Like, he's always prepared.
Yeah. Also, remember when Connor was getting in the car and Eagle, he just puts his beak in his asshole and he's like, "Oh, my asshole!"
It's like, "Oh, my asshole!" Like, he does not like Economos. He does not like him at all. He just nubs a nose in his ass. Like, it's like, "Oh, my asshole!" And
then when we're at the vet, Vigilante's just holding all the vets at gunpoint, and then he emasculates the male nurse.
But I will say that they're going, like, speaking of that, the animal hospital scene. I love the scene where he just like eagerly wakes up and as a miracle as he getting patched up and gives him a hug again, and then Autobile catches him in the act, and because she did not believe that that was actually real, that fucking actually hugged him, and it's like, yeah, you don't believe in miracles, that's on you. And that's the moment where she did not want to leave the team, because she was going to leave the team and leave everything behind after she does her job, her duty. But he's like, you know what? I'm going to stay with the team and help defeat the butterflies. I just love that scene. And then the fucking Peacemaker just takes his phone out, gets the opportunity to get proof that he's actually hugging him and taking selfies. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's right. I like the whole sequence, and then the only thing I didn't like about it was when it's so stupid when the vets were volunteering to help.
I don't think it was stupid. It made me stupid, but that was fucking hilarious. That they just pan over, like, let's go, motherfuckers. Like, no, dude, you can actually die. I love when they were trying to help out. Like they're going all in. They hear the conversation, they hear the plan, and they're like, no, we're fucking in. Let's go, motherfuckers.
I would have said this if I was James Gunn, I would have brought them in the next episode and then just have them all die.
I thought that would have been more funny if they actually come in and help. It reminded me of Dopender in Deadpool 2, where he just comes in and jumps in and wants to help out when they're in the battle of fighting Juggernaut in Deadpool 2. He's like, nope, I'm going back into the car.
Also, the only thing I have things I don't like in this episode is, why would you make leprechaun jokes? He's not even Irish when you could just make.
Well, no, because you understand that he's wearing a green suit and he's a short guy. He's like fucking 3 feet.
Yeah, but he's Asian. He's not even Irish. I mean,
I know he's not Irish, but you're not getting the point here of the joke, of the racist joke, because he's dressing green. He's small. And we're making fun of him of his height, and he's dressed in green, hence leprechaun.
Oh, I just thought it was just making it there because I was like, they're trying to make it because he's Asian, but I'm like,
it's not because of he's Asian. That's not it.
Because it wouldn't make it like a Power Ranger joke.
Even fucking Peacemaker called him a leprechaun when he first meets him.
Which I still think it's the crazy that he just sits there and eats flaming hot Cheetos.
Hey, he has a crazy fucking metabolism. If he was able to survive a fucking gunshot, a fucking blow to the fucking, he gets hit by a car. He gets fucking big hit in the head with a crowbar 5 times in a row. I don't know. He might be a metahuman.
Why would White Dragon, just do recon in the sky, but then whenever they're looking for Peacemaker, he jumps down there all looking for. He's like, why wouldn't you go back up in the sky? It was because afterwards Vigilante does take his jetpack out. But before then, he's just running in the woods with their other racists.
Well, I think it's because he actually Vigilante disables his jetpack. I think.
But that's later. That's not right.
You're probably right.
So I'm just like, he's just running around with them, and I'm just like,
I guess he just doesn't want to. I guess they just don't want to fly around and try to look for him. Yeah, also, but it would have been a smart move to have him fly around and look.
They would have said, "Hey, they're right here,"
Yeah, it would have been a better way.
It was badass though, him crashing into the van. He just does full-fledged force and boom, knocks that van over, and they'll just go out. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Murn should have stayed in the body until after the police left, because they thought he was a.
Well, they're butterflies now. They're not cops anymore. They're compromised.
Yeah, they're all cops. If he would have stayed inside the dead body, Murn's dead. If he would have stayed inside Murn's dead body until after the butterfly cops left.
I'm pretty sure that Goff would have grabbed out of his body and squashed it anyway, because they already know how this works when they take over their.
They didn't know he was a butterfly until after he flew.
Well, no, they already knew. No, they knew they were a butterfly. They already knew.
I didn't think they knew. I thought they were.
He knew that. No, Goff knew that the moment before he shot him, and shot him cold blood. He already knew that he's a butterfly.
Also, but. This episode was great. I mean, this episode I think it's a really good episode. Ryan, do you have anything left to add before we go to scores?
No, this is a 10 for me. It's my favorite episode of the season. I have not watched the finale yet. That is the watch party, so the jury is still out. However, I am pretty confident that this episode will be my favorite, unless the finale is truly mind-blowing.
What about you, Matt? Let me guess. 10.
Yeah, I'm going to say this right now. This is the best one of the season, in my opinion. I love this episode. It's a masterpiece. I love how they added more gravitas to Chris's character, adding the backstory of his brother's death. Seeing that was an emotional moment, and where that he had to take out his own father to finally break free from his bullshit and his own beliefs. And him doing it, and the Murn's death was definitely one of the emotional moments for me that oh God, I wish they would have kept him in the show longer, but you know how James Gunn is. He wants to add the stakes to the show.
We are simpatico. I am going to go with he says I'm going to go with a 10 as well.
Yeah, it's a 10. Easily 10 out of 10.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, these are great episodes, and I really enjoy this, the Peacemaker. It's a great show. I mean, look, I understand a lot of people. That's what my aunt, like I said, one day she come in while I was watching these, and she goes, "This is." She saw the dance number, and she's like, "Oh, this is so stupid." The opening credits. She's like, "This is so stupid," and I'm just like,
It's a bit of a ruse. Once you get past that, the show is actually
"Yeah,
really
it's a
good.
show. It's just they have an opening credits. They do a dance number in the opening
It's
credits."
more because if you want to know why they did the dance numbers and they're doing it with no facial expression, they are doing it with a frown face. They're the puppets, and it's really adding the symbolism in the episode when the butterflies take them over. They're the puppeteer of the human host. That's literally on purpose for storytelling when they did the opening dance number.
I did not know that, man. I'm glad you told me that.
Like it's not just there just for the sake of having dance numbers
I
for
just
no
thought it was
reason.
this thing for Jaden's gun doing the dance.
Even he mentioned in the podcast, like they are literally the puppets when they're doing dance and no smile, no facial expression, nothing. They just do it with a straight face.
Which I do love this show. I cannot wait to watch the season 2 premiere. I hope it's as good. I know people. I've been listening to reviews, and every review I've read so far said it's fantastic.
Well, and to be fair, they've only reviewed the first 5 episodes. They're leaving out the last 3
nobody
episodes.
Nobody has
Because it's on purpose. Because he's hiding all of the surprises. Because there's going to be lots of surprises in the last 3 episodes.
7, and 8.
Yeah, the last 3 episodes, there's going to be a lot of surprises that he's holding back on.
6, 7, and 8. He said everyone has seen 1 through 5.
Because he knew that if he did the whole thing, if they let them see the whole season, then it's some people assholes on social media will spoil it.
Oh my God, Pedro Pascal's Batman.
Oh my God, Superman's in this show, or fucking Green Lantern shows up in this. Well, we already know Guy Gardner's going to show up in the show because that was already shown in the trailer.
Lex Luthor's in it. He's a
Lex Luthor's in it, or whatever.
Yeah, Lex Luthor's a gimp.
I definitely am going to predict right now that one big cameo is going to show up is Superman. I definitely think that David Corn Sweat Superman's going to show up.
What if Batman shows up?
I don't think they're going to do that. No, because I'll tell you why. They're not going to put Batman in TV. The same reason why they did not do that for Penguin show in the Matt Reeves' Batman world. They only show the cameo of the bat signal by the end of the show. That's about it. But they never even bothered to acknowledge him. They didn't even brought him in as a cameo. That's why they're keeping him in the movies instead of the shows. Now with Superman, they can get away with it because he's been on television and movies.
Well, Batman has too. I mean, Adam West.
That doesn't count. That was before he became the most valuable character in the ever since that was ever since that with the Batman '89. Well, that was just a stand-in. That was just like a stand-in cameo. That didn't really count.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this. So here's some shop before we let go. Some shop talk. We are going to be doing the watch party. By the time this airs, I'm going to try to drop it Wednesday morning. So by the time this airs, you can see we will have this be dropped on Wednesday, and it'll be done. So that way, we will be dropping the season. We will have the season 2. The season that's not the season 2. The season 1 finale watch party on my channel, and then of course, that will Wednesday night, 8 p.m. East. Ryan, what do you got coming up on your channel?
So by the time this drops, my review for Naked Gun 2.5 will be up, and then my review for Conjuring 2 will be up as well. And so then Talking Gotham every Tuesday. The season 2 premiere watch party will be coming very soon, so stay tuned for that. And I've got Scary Mania coming up in October. Got a lot of big plans for the rest of the year, so stay tuned.
What about you, Matt?
Well, I put up my recent review of the new horror film Weapons, and hopefully sometime this week, if I got to fit in some of the schedule, because I'm already going to be doing the season finale of the Peacemaker, then the premiere of season 2 of this Friday. So I'm going to find a way to go see Nobody 2 in theaters because I still haven't seen it yet, and I've been wanting to see it for a while. I've been hearing really good things, and I'm really excited to see it. So definitely check out my Weapons review, and then check out the recent Naked Gun movie on my channel.
I saw Jurassic World Rebirth, and I will be reviewing. I reviewed it, so by the time this airs, I will drop this review, and then of course that watch party review tonight, and then Friday I think I'm reviewing How to Train Your Dragon remake, and so that'll be up for there, and then And yeah, small talk. Where every
Small talk is over.
All talk is dead.
You always keep bringing small talk.
always
every
hold
time.
on to Smallville, guys. Come on.
Always hold on Smallville.
Yes.
Well,
Because it was the best. It was the best experience for us,
Yes.
especially when we
Yeah.
did it for the first time together, collaborated.
But here's the all right. But we all love Smallville. Okay, so and but this podcast we will. Yeah, we're going strong. We will be every week. Yeah, Peacemaker, and we're going hard. R-rated with these things. Okay?
That's what she said.
Yeah, remember, we're signing out now. But remember, he said for Matt Wyatt, for Ryan Camp, for 3D Jake. Remember, it's not a toilet; it's a beacon of freedom. Take care, ladies and gentlemen.
Sharpton for president, y'all. I'm outie.
Jesse Jackson for VP.